and good morning and welcome to this week's vlog. I am here in Oxford today and I'm having a great day already. I've only been on the park and ride so far. I've only just got here and I'm heading to one of the libraries. But yeah, I'm really excited for this week's vlog. I haven't been to Oxford since 2017 when it was my first stop on my English tour, on my very first solo trip. So yeah, come with me today as I go and explore Oxford and what it has to offer. It is Tuesday the 26th of May today and I very naively thought it would be quite quiet in Oxford today. Hang on just a second. We have had a very big heat wave. This weekend it's been bank holiday weekend, the second one in May, and it's been very hot. So I thought everyone would be at the beach today and things like that, but I suppose if you're an international visitor, you're still going to come on your holiday regardless, aren't you? So yes, I'm having a fantastic time already. The park and ride, I got there and it costs me £2.50 for 16 hours. So it cost me £2.50 for 16 hours, which I think is amazing. Definitely an incentive to go on the park and ride. And then when you get on the bus, you just show him your parking ticket and your bus ticket's free. One thing I will say, reverse. One thing I will say is that there are no toilets at the park and ride, or definitely not in an obvious place. So I have come from home and have still not been to the ladies in the last 3 hours. So yeah, that's the only thing I would say. I am currently on Broad Street in Oxford, just walking towards the Radcliffe Camera, and it is very warm. I need to check the temperature. So, I'm pretty much convinced this is the Radcliffe Camera, which they still use today. And it's a reading room for the students of the university. A few people milling around, look. Right, I'm here at the Weston Library. I wanted to get onto a 30-minute tour of the Bodleian Library, so I've got that. But the tour's not till 11:30 and it's currently 10:15. So I've been to the ladies, there's one in there, and I've got myself a nice coffee. Let's see how hot it is today. It's warm already out here. It's really busy as well. Lots of tourists. It's 27 degrees, 10:15, with a real feel of 29. So yeah, it's going to be a hot day here in Oxford. I feel like we've gone from the Baltics, where I was complaining that it was absolutely freezing and my teeth were chattering, my ears were cold, and now I'm roasting hot a month later in Oxford. But yeah, let's have a good day. I got that totally wrong before. This is the Sheldonian Theatre, which you can go up and have a look at the view, so I might do that in a little bit. However, let's bring you up to speed as to why I'm here. It is half term, and for once in my life it's warm and sunny during a half term, to the point where it's very hot. Like I just said, it's 27 degrees. So this sorry the plan for this week was to get on top of the house, sort my life admin out, you know, boring life jobs. But with the weather being so nice, I've decided to come out a little bit more than I was going to. And I just randomly thought about Oxford yesterday. I haven't been to Oxford since 2017. Like I said, it was the first stop on my English tour, my very first solo tour, which I did in my little red car around England for, I think it was about 3 weeks in the end. And I started here in Oxford. It's about 2 hours from my house. And I'm not staying overnight here today, but when I did stay overnight here, I booked a room at Keble College, which was recommended to me by one of my ex-colleagues because she studied there at Keble College. And when I stayed overnight, I think I did 2 nights. You know, there was like the Great Hall Harry Potter kind of breakfast situation with candles, and yeah, it was amazing. I will see if I can find some photographs of that, but it was absolutely incredible. And so I have been here before and I have done some of these things before, but it's always nice to come back and visit again, isn't it, and get some new photographs. In the background I've been working on my travel blog, my website, so I wanted to get some updated photographs as well, and with it being such a nice day today I thought, oh, this is ideal. So yeah, let me just flip the camera and show you what's going on. So this is the Sheldonian Theatre, which I'd quite like to go into at some point, but I've got a coffee at the moment, so I probably can't do that now. As you can see, there's lots of busy tour groups here. And this is all part of the Bodleian Library complex, which is what I've just got my ticket for the tour in an hour or so. I'm going to walk over here now. This is the Bridge of Sighs. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera. Just enjoy the view. Just enjoy the view. This is beautiful. I remember this from before. Oh, stunning. Love it. Everyone's doing the same and everyone's having a nice time, which is good. Okay, so this is the Bridge of Sighs. Don't mind me, I'm just crossing the road. Oh, she's got her DJI out as well. This girl's been posing for ages. She's not quite got the shot yet. But this was built to kind of replicate what they have in Venice, I believe. Should have researched that before I came. It's beautiful though. Love it. Right, big tour group incoming, so I'm going to walk in the opposite direction. Oh, got a few selfies going on here. Everyone's doing the same thing. Bear with. Right, so I'm back in the kind of courtyard area. Just going to walk round and show you, whilst avoiding the very large tour groups. Here we go. Absolutely stunning, they really are. You can see why it's so popular. Oh, I'm going to go in here. Quiet, please, it says. As seen in Harry Potter, Inspector Morse and more. I have found where I need to come later. So I've got a 30-minute guided tour at the Divinity School, and you have to stand at this statue and go through the door here. It won't show you because it's tracking my face, but yeah, just bear with. Here. Can you see him? Nope, he's there. I really need to get rid of this coffee. Here's the Radcliffe Camera, so I got it mixed up with the Sheldonian Theatre. I had a lovely spot over here for about 10 seconds before this massive tour group turned up. But no, beautiful. No visitors allowed in here today, but the students do use this as a reading room, and you are required to be quiet around this area. So yeah. That's just what the guides just said. Looks amazing from every direction, which is true. Beautiful. This here in front of me is the University Church, and when I came last time to Oxford in 2017, I had a tour, I'm sure I did. And they've got really old sort of wooden pews and things in there. But I will have a look maybe later. Got sort of 45 minutes before I need to get myself ready for my tour. So I'm just having a bit of a reconnaissance, which is what I like to do, and walking around the Radcliffe Camera here. And there are people going in and out, which is pretty cool. Right, heading through into the courtyard now, and they have the Oxford University bookshop in here. I think it's bookshop or a shop. Oh, I'm having a few selfies here. It's the first Harry Potter geek I've seen. We like it, we like to see it. Who's this dude on the old statue? Doesn't really say. Okay, so I'm back out of the quad a little bit again. Everyone's doing the same thing, so I don't feel like a strange vlogging today. It's just beautiful. Look at this. Trying to get a good mixture of photographs and vlogging as well today. Yeah, look at this. It's the Bridge of Sighs again, but it's just beautiful. But I'm going to head back over the road now. Oh, it's gone quiet in here. Hang on. So yeah, I'm going to head back over the road again to have a look back at the Weston Library. There's a shop, and nip to the ladies again before the tour, and then head back over here. So yeah, having a good day so far. Okie dokie. Had a quick freshen up. I think there'll be a few freshenings up today, with it being nearly 30 degrees. Oh, everyone's having a good time though. That's the good thing about it being sunny in the UK. Everyone makes the most of it. I've seen some beautiful dresses already this morning. But you've got to make the most of it. So I'm already trying to think about what I could do for the rest of the week, as the weather is meant to stay like this. This is the end of Broad Street, and I'm just going to walk the other way round now. I'm just basically hanging around to pass the time before my tour. So this is the Bridge of Sighs again, which always seems to have a constant stream of people. Old telephone box here. And then I'm just walking down the street again now, past some of the colleges, past the Radcliffe Camera, towards the church, just to show you. As you can see, some big groups around today. Lots of cyclists as well. Beautiful cobblestones here. I'm aware already that this is a bit of a strange vlog. It's what to show you and what not to show you and what you already know, I suppose, but I hope you're having a nice time. I think it's nice just showing people how sunny it is in the UK. It's a very rare occurrence. So this is Radcliffe Square. So I'm just going towards the left of the church now, which is going to take me kind of to the high street. Not sure if it's the high street, but it's where the shops are. Okay, so I'm on Market Street now, which funnily enough is where the covered market is. And there's lots of kind of cafes in there, eateries. There wasn't loads in there. I'm not sure if they're having a quiet week. But if that's what you'd like to see, that's the covered market. It's been there for 250 years. Right, I'm going to walk slowly back in the direction of the Divinity School now, which is where my tour starts, my 30-minute tour. It was £12.50 and just half an hour, which I think is plenty for today. Crossroads here. Crossing the road. All roads lead to Rome, apparently.
This is very north.
So, lots of tourists today. All roads lead to Rome, so I'm back on Brasenose Lane, which is going to take me back to the Radcliffe Camera. So it doesn't take long to get anywhere. Okay, so that was easy. I've just come about 10 or 15 minutes early into the library, and they give you, I'm not sure if you can see it, but you can't. There's a badge here. You have to wear a badge, and I've got a headset I need to put on in a minute. But I'm in the Divinity School waiting for my tour guide, which I think we're all doing. And this is where Harry Potter was filmed, as some of the classrooms. So let me just flip the camera around so you can have a look. Can you spot which film this was in? So there's some information boards down there, and then we've got the ceiling, which is just absolutely incredible. And the windows, it's really cool in here, which is nice on a hot summer's day. And then I was going to bring you a bit closer look. Obviously it's hidden behind the rope, but you get the idea. You can see why they use this for filming. With the new film series, I'll be interested to see whether they used any of the original film locations. We'll have to see at Christmas, which is when the series comes out. I did this tour before, I'm sure I did. 30 minutes, £12.50. Which I presume is in English, I didn't ask. Okay, so I've just come out of my guided tour at the Bodleian Library. It was really good, half an hour. I wouldn't want any longer than that. But you start in the Divinity School, which is where they filmed different parts of the Harry Potter films. And then we went upstairs to the Duke Humphreys Library, which is part of the actual library, and the books are all alarmed and you can't touch them, all of that. And I've got some photographs, but you weren't allowed to take videos. But it was really incredible. She had loads of facts, very, very informative. I'd highly recommend that for £12.50. And then outside, she was talking about this dude. This is a statue of William Herbert, one of William Shakespeare's very good friends. And Shakespeare thought he was the most attractive man. Attractive man of the time. Not sure how I feel about that. But yeah, she had loads of facts. Every single book that is published in England and the United Kingdom, they have a copy here, whether it's a newspaper or a book, and there's over 13.5 million, which is just incredible. It's the second biggest library after the British Library in London, and just absolutely incredible. It was really cool. You could see the students going in with their little ID cards, and she showed us some of the filming locations from Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, where he was in the restricted section. She showed us that, which was really cool. So now, I'm getting a bit peckish. It is 12 o'clock, I think. Should be. Don't know, can't see. I've turned my brightness down on my phone. Oh, Lord. Here we go. And I'm going to head to, hopefully, a vegetarian restaurant called Chickpea, which has moved location. So when I had a quick look at it earlier, it's a different restaurant. So I've got to go and head for the high street and see if I can find it. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so this is the restaurant I've just eaten at. Well, it's a cafe, Salsas Del Sol, just on the corner of Alfred Street. And it's basically the rebranded Chickpea, it's called. Chickpea bowls and pitters. So they have like open buffet bowls. It wasn't 100% vegetarian or 100% vegan because they've got like the buffet bowl things that you could like put your own in. And they've got chicken and beef dishes, so that put me off using that. I just needed something quick. I hadn't eaten since 8 o'clock this morning, so I had a halloumi pitta. It was nice, it did the job. Was it enough? No. But it is what it is. I am heading off back towards the university now. I'm going to head to Blackwell's, the bookshop, which is kind of halfway up the way I'd like to go, and then I'm going to go the furthest away point that I can, that I want to go to today. I've got a couple of museums I want to go to, and then gradually work back, ending up in Sephora, because they have a Sephora here. And although it's different from the States, I'm in the market. I'm always in the market for something. I'm in the market for some toiletries for my holiday, which is this weekend's job, but they have a Sephora here, so I might be able to kill two birds with one stone, as they say.
Oh my god, I want one of those cameras.
Yes, yeah. All of a sudden, there's a rush on. So I'm going. All of a sudden, there's a mad rush on. People everywhere. I suppose it is lunchtime. Just going to see if I can show you this. I'm probably at the wrong angle now. Oh, step there. Oh, there with. Oh, I was made for this weather. Made for it. There is a sundial in here. Oh, I'm not at the right angle. Hang on. Right, I'm back on Broad Street. Here is the Weston Library, where you get your tickets from for your tours. And then next to it, the Navy shop, which is about here, is Blackwell's, the bookshop, which is what I'm heading into now. It's been there for a few hundred years. And when in Rome, you can probably see, oh, some Lego bags, what? You can probably see that Oh, if it'll flip to me, hi. You can probably see that it's got a little bit busier. It's currently 12:43, so I'm not quite sure why that is. I'm sure we'll find out at some point. So I'm inside Blackwell's bookshop now. Found my favourite section, which is travel. Where are we going next? But yeah, look at this, amazing. Okay, so I'm walking up Parks Road now, which is where I stayed when I had my English tour in 2017. You could get the bus up here, so they have a bus called the Science Bus, because the science museums are down this road, so you could get the bus, but it's a nice day. And I'm trying to get a base tan for some holiday, as you do. It is very busy today. It is half term though. This here on the left hand side, I'm just walking past Trinity College, and then I'm heading towards the Pitt Rivers Museum and the Natural History Museum, which are on that side of the road. I'm going to stay on this side for now. Like I said earlier, when I stayed here in 2017, I stayed for a couple of nights. I stayed at Keble College, which is one of the universities here in Oxford. I think the lady in the library said there's 42 now, but there were originally 19 colleges. And this is where I stayed. It was highly recommended by one of my ex-colleagues, Joe, and I loved it. So let's go and have a look. So the two museums are here on the right hand side, and they are interconnected, but I'm going to just walk a little bit further down the street first. Okay, so you can't really see much from the outside. I might cross the road actually. This is Keble College here on the left hand side. And I'm going to try and see if I can insert some photographs. They are a bit grainy and pixelated because I didn't have the phone I have now in 2017, but you get the idea. I would highly recommend, and also I booked the room through, sorry, just taking a photo at the same time, universityrooms.co.uk. So in the summer holidays, a lot of the universities across the country, when the rooms are obviously empty before the new students come in September, they rent them out and you can stay in them for the summer. So when I went on my English tour, I stayed here at Keble in Oxford, and then I stayed, and I can't remember where, but I stayed at one in Cambridge as well, which was really cool. So yeah, right, so now I've got plenty of photographs of where I stayed once upon a time. I am obviously across the other side of the road now. So I'm going to head into the museums, which I believe are both free. But let's go and find out. Look at the colours behind me, I can't deal. What a day, mate, what a day. Oh. Right, so here we go. Into this beautiful building. Quite sure why we need coffee today, unless it's making a killing on iced coffee. But both of the museums are connected together, so it'd be nice to get in the aircon as well, won't it? Okay, so this is the Natural History Museum in Oxford, not in London. They've got loads of fossils, dinosaurs. It's in the most beautiful building. Let me flip the camera around so you can see, and it's free entry. Yeah, look at this. How amazing is this? I'm not a huge science fan. I won't pan that around too much because that's the children's colouring area, but it's pretty cool, with it being free. Yeah, so this is the Natural History Museum. It's connected to the Pitt Rivers Museum, which I remember being more interesting for me last time. But yeah, look at these. Dinosaurs. The main man himself here, Charles Darwin. Wherever I go, guys, magnet. Let's just turn around again. Yeah, the main man himself, Charles Darwin. Amazing. And then there's cabinets upon cabinets upon cabinets of fossils, which is not really my thing. Just have to excuse how sweaty I look. It is what it is. 29 degrees with a real feel of 32. But This is the bit I remember from last time, where they have like a whole corridor of insects. Oh, it's one of the professor's doors open. Yeah, they're just everywhere. Look, I'll show you in a second. Let me show you. Just have like, oh, hang on. Can't really see because of the glare, but every insect imaginable. This is all about wasps, obviously. This is the bit I remember from last time, and then round here they have like an exhibition on insects. Now in this museum they have the closest remnants to a dodo, I believe, so I'm looking for that really. It's like when you go to the Natural History Museum in London, you're looking for the whale. I couldn't find it for ages. I shall link that vlog. Your artwork here of the dodo. So it's one of the main attractions probably that you come to see here. So I'm going to head up the stairs on the left hand side apparently. Just ask the lady at the information desk as you do. Oh, this is the model dodo. Once again, I've got people magnetised to me. For more than 10 million years, dodos thrived on the island of Mauritius, where they remained secluded from the wider world. Once European sailors arrived in 1598, the bird was quickly driven to extinction. I mean, what does that say? Honestly, people, humans. This is like a whole cabinet all about it, but I thought there was like a, not obviously a live one. Oh, that's it. Oh, really? Here we go. This museum holds the most complete remains of a single dodo. The head, a foot, and the only surviving soft. Right, so where is it? Because these are 3D printed models, which I think that's quite cool. Or is it actually this? Is it actually that? Closest relatives of dodos? No. Absolutely no idea, but it was the founding collection of this museum. That's a little disappointing. I thought it was here. Honestly, it's incredible. You know, if you've got children, and with it being a hot day today, don't get me wrong, it is warm in here. They did say that on the sign outside, but it's a great place for children and families. Plenty to look at, lots to do. I've got other things to do today, but it's a good start. Okay, I'm heading now to the Pitt Rivers Museum, which is right at the back of the Natural History Museum, and a bit more my thing. Okie dokie, I wasn't in there that long, but there was a warning on the outside. It's like a greenhouse in there, because they have like a windowed roof. It's actually warmer in there than it is outside, and I'm better in real heat. So I've come out. I've got about a 15-minute walk now. I'm going to go to Sephora, which is in the shopping centre, and enjoy the aircon and have a look at the toiletries. And then across that side as well, there's the castle and the prison, which I may have a look. I may have a look at. But I've already done what I set out to achieve today, which is good. Oh, there's a scholar walking past. I don't remember. I remember Keble College being a lot further down. I must have come like a really strange way round with my suitcase last time, because I parked at the same park and ride that I have today, but with a suitcase. I must have gone a really long way round, but SatNav wasn't as good as it is now, not with it being 2017 when I last came here. I'm going to grab a couple of last pictures and then I'm going to head up. Okay, so we came, we conquered and we saw in Sephora. Got a little bit overwhelmed because we don't have one at home. I'm a bit like, You can only see and remember what you've seen online. That shop was full of men, so I have a really massive bag and not many products, 2 products, but too many men in the way, man. Get out of the way. Anyway, I'm in the Westgate shopping centre now, not to be confused with Westfield. So let's go and have a look. many moons ago we had a Uniqlo where I live in the Midlands, but we don't anymore. Anyway, the plan was later in the week when I'm eventually at home was to order another Uniqlo bag because I just use them everywhere when I go travelling. Basically I wanted a pale green one in row. You can't see it, but I've bought it from Uniqlo, so I'm happy with that. £14.90 self-checkout. This is Westgate, sorry about that, zooming in there. Really nice shopping centre. Again, feels like a greenhouse because everything's made of glass, but they've got eateries down there and shops. But I'm just going around and basically looking for the shops that we don't have at home. I'm not supposed to be shopping today, but it is on the list for later in the week, so I might as well do it whilst I'm here. I had a quick conversation with the guy at the information desk because I didn't get off the bus here, but I want to get back on the bus here in a bit. So he gave me actually really good directions and then looked it up on his laptop, bless him. And then across the road from Westgate, not Westfield, Westgate, is like the bus sort of stop, if you like, for all the buses. And then across the road again is the Oxford Castle and Prison. It's what's called the Castle Quarter. They have like a hotel, a couple of restaurants, a pub. And then round here is Oxford Castle and Prison. Now, on the board, it's advertising like a guided tour. I really don't want to do that. I just want to go around on my own, but if you can't do that, then I'll probably leave it. But even just not in here yet, there's information. So it was built in 1071 by Robert de Oily, who had accompanied William the Conqueror from Normandy to England in 1066. It's like me being back at Warwick Castle again. I'll link that vlog below as well. Step inside and do 1,000 years of time. There's a coffee shop and a tour and shop entrance. Let's go and have a look actually. See what we can find. Okay, so I just had a coffee in a shop called Kelpie, which is right next to the castle and prison, and then went to kind of have a look to go in the castle. It's £19.50. It's currently 2:30 in the afternoon and 33 degrees. That's not an exaggeration, it actually is. So I think it's time to make a move home. It's also by guided tour, which is not really what I would want in the castle. I'd want to walk around on my own. So no, that's too expensive, so it's a no from me. So I'm going to head back through here now to the bus that the guy was talking about and get back on the park and ride. Let's try. Hello, I am back in the car. Sometimes you just need to kind of know when to call it a day. And it also wouldn't be the end of a vlog without me, having a rundown of the day, either in the car or in the hotel room. So I've made it back to Pear Tree Park and Ride now. It is 3:15. It took about just over 15 minutes to get back. And it was just outside Ernest Jones at the Westgate shopping centre for me to get on the bus to Pear Tree. £2.50 for 16 hours. Amazing. Hope you can hear me over the aircon. I've got to cool the car down before I even start moving. I cannot tell you what a lovely day I've had today. A little bit unexpected because this time yesterday I hadn't decided I was coming here. So yeah, absolutely loved it. It is 33 degrees now, so I probably would have done a bit more. I wanted to go up to the Ashmolean Museum and then go back and go up to that viewing point at I think it was the Sheldonian Theatre, wasn't it? There's just no way today. Like, I literally couldn't walk anymore, and yeah. Sometimes you just have to know when to limit it. So I'd had that coffee at the coffee shop, sorted myself with the ladies, and then I've come back here. I've had a brilliant day. I think the Oxford Castle and Prison at £19.50 is a ridiculous price. And for something at that price, you'd want to be there all day. And obviously it was like 2:30 when I was looking at it. So I don't know, it might be amazing and really, really good, but it wasn't the kind of time of day or the temperature of the day to be doing that kind of thing. Absolutely love just meandering around, having a walk around. It was very busy today because it's May half term, but with it being as lovely as it is, there is always going to be that element of a large number of tourists and big groups. The only thing I would say, like in any place, they need to move to the side a little bit more, and some of the tour guides were a bit loud. But apart from that, absolutely fantastic day. I would highly recommend the 30-minute tour around the Bodleian Library. She was excellent and gave lots of information in half an hour. £12.50, bit dear, but like all of these things. And I suppose the money goes back into the university, doesn't it, as well? Brilliant day. The only thing I was disappointed with was the lunch. I probably should have researched 2 or 3 vegetarian places. Because I was hot and bothered at that point, I just wanted to get in somewhere. So that's the only thing that's let me down. They do have a dishoom here in Oxford, which we don't have at home, which would have been another option, but yeah, you just do what you can sometimes, don't you, to survive. I would highly recommend a day out in Oxford. I absolutely loved it. Oh gosh, the car's like really hot. By coincidence, I'm actually going to Cambridge on Friday. Today is Tuesday. I'm going with one of my aunties to Cambridge, as it's my Christmas present from me to her. We're going punting in Cambridge on Friday, so there will be a YouTube short of that, but not a long form video. I may or may not decide to go somewhere this Thursday and vlog it. If you don't see another long form vlog from me before my summer holidays, that's because I've decided to have a lie-in on Thursday. I haven't actually had a lie-in yet, and it's day 4 of the May half term. And if you're a teacher, you know what the summer term's like. So we'll see if I decide to or not. But there's lots more content to come. Like I said, a little bit from Cambridge, and then I'm heading to the Warner Brothers studio tour again in the first couple of weeks of June. So yes, I hope you've enjoyed coming along with me today. I've had a fantastic day. Absolutely loved it. Like I said, very unexpected, and I'm so glad I made the effort. The traffic was a bit of a nightmare here this morning, particularly in the Oxford area, not so much nearer home, but it was well worth it. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it, and until next time guys, have a fantastic week.